it's Sam, Diversity and Inclusion Consultant.
And I am the founder of the Propriety Smile, Speak, Share program, because you know what? All connections start with conversation. And so many problems could be avoided if we just had a conversation. So there is a whole movie channel, the Hallmark movie channel, that is dedicated to these romance movies. And I can tell you an hour and 45 minutes into the movie, the same thing happens in every single one of these movies. They're so predictable. What happens is a communication between a guy and the girl. The guy hears something that someone said the girl said that's totally against, everything they had discussed. He believes it, and now there's a rift between the guy and the girl. Or someone tells a girl something that the guy said or did that's totally against everything they had agreed on and discussed. And now all of a sudden the entire relationship is deteriorating on hearsay. So one of the things that when we hear something that maybe has been said about us that is not in a favorable light, go to the source. Go to the source and have a conversation. Start a conversation. Don't start a misunderstanding. And don't buy into a misunderstanding when we have no information that validates that misunderstanding. If someone comes to me and says, Jim over there said bleep, bleep, bleep about you, well, I never heard Jim say it. And our gut response is to believe that, that was said about my work. It's much better to go and say, Jim, have you been happy with my work? I heard that things were not up to your thing. Or better yet, get all three people and say, hey, Jim, Sarah said that you were not happy with my work. Let's work this out. Because if someone is propagating misunderstandings in an organization, we want to nip it in the bud and let them know that it's not going to be on this hidden place where no one finds out. We're going to bring those conversations into the light. And what I find out is that when we bring that light into that organization, the light of sharing, the light of connection, the light of knowledge, very few things are hidden, and these kind of behaviors disappear, because it's no fun to start this type of behavior if you're going to be confronted on it, and if you know that you're going to have to defend yourself. So put a light. And how we put a light is we put in a conversation. Whether you're doing it with your family, whether you're doing it with your students, whether you're doing it with your employees, start with the conversation, start with the light. The harder the conversations that we can handle in our lives, the more success we're going to have. Because success is just a group of tough conversations. And it's the ability to sit down and hear the things about ourselves that we may not want to hear. And I'm not saying, we have to buy everything hook, line, and sinker that's said about us. But we need to have the courage and the ability to listen to the things we don't want to hear about ourselves. Evaluate them, and then move our vision and our goals forward with that information.